by the way she's driving.
All right, we're just going over the comment section. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Woods Report, and I'm telling her how the comments that people make.
This is what people comment
100 comments
okay, I
about...
take my glasses off all the time.
Right, that's you.
And I do this because my eyes is always dry and watered and whatever.
Right.
Why she always rubbing her eyes? And then one person say, I touch my mouth.
They distracted by you keep doing your eyes.
As long as I'm not digging in my nose and rubbing my eye.
I think you've done in your nose at one time.
No, I don't.
Or just done if it was like
I don't do that on camera.
No, if it was itchy
do that
or something.
Off camera.
If it was itching, or
of course, if it itches, I have to do this.
Right. Well, you know, people gonna say something about that.
Look, she digging her nose. She touched her nose with her fingertip. Yeah.
And then mine is, of course, the spaces in my teeth.
I don't know why they keep saying that. Maybe comments. That's why people probably do get stuff like that fixed when they're on camera.
But if they care.
Yeah,
but I was going to get mine done anyway. It didn't have anything to do with people making comments. I was going to give you go back on our
low budget YouTube channel. Yeah, we're not like we on Channel 7 News or something.
If you go back on our old videos, I do a whole thing about me getting
you sure do
whatever, not veneers. I was going to get braces, invisible braces.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not saying nothing that nobody already
She wants a bigger audience to even be more people saying,
right?
Well, why is her hair like that? Why is she getting in her eyes? Why is she doing it?
What's sitting on top of your head?
They even asked if we were dating.
Yeah, I had that. I said, she my sister.
So we not look alike.
I don't know.
I don't like
because your head is shaved on the side. They probably think you gay or something.
Oh Lord, yeah. Our hairstyle tells us our sexual preferences.
Yeah, it's something. So you just have to. That's why I'm saying you can't be in.
You can't have thin skin.
You're
right.
Yeah, and
that's why I was surprised when I heard Lizzo say she had to take a break from social media
because you have to remember she's young. So when she started off. That was a lot overwhelming to her. Now she seems like she's learned to embrace it.
A little thicker skin.
Yeah, well, both thicker skin. Yeah. So it don't matter anymore.
Good for you, Lizzo.
What she's starting to understand, it don't matter.
It don't.
Because you can say something right and it'll always be somebody to say something negative.
Exactly.
Even when it's right.
Against the right statement.
Yeah,
I don't even know how you can make your statement just so positive.
It doesn't matter.
They'll find something with it.
So that's why I said it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So just go with whatever you want and then.
And if I can rub my eye, I'm gonna rub my eye.
Right. But some stuff you can't calm down on. You do rub your eyes too much.
I know because I find it's always like crud or some on the side.
But you can do all of that before we start.
No, while I'm doing it.
Yeah,
my eyes are tired when I'm looking at.
But some stuff.
Think about it, you guys. When you're on the computer, a lot of times the lighting from the computer can make your eyes water, and then it gets dry on the side.
Whatever.
So,
all right.
But if I did it, I'll calm down. It won't because of you guys making comments.
Right. It'll be just, because you want to.
Okay.
All right. Some things you do because if somebody said something like.
I wouldn't say things and make people feel uncomfortable.
No.
But if it's about me and my face or something.
No, but sometimes people could say something and you'd be like, all right, I'll give in and do a little bit more. It's like when somebody say, if you going somewhere, can you put a little lipstick on or something? It don't hurt to put a little lipstick on or something. Whatever.
If the barn need painting, paint it.
Well, whatever.
You always hear that.
All right, go ahead. Start off. We're starting off with our...
I go to The View again to see what they talking about politics-wise because they always got to have a little politics topic.
Yeah.
Today was a little bit... about a
all right, don't do the paper thing again.
She says how she teased me yesterday about this. It was I guess this is an author, a lady. You know what? Let her talk. Let Joy introduce her because it's
Tango. Here's what author Gabrielle Blair says about it. Watch.
The title is both a prescription and an argument. It encapsulates the whole idea in 2 words. Ejaculate responsibly. No one has control over where of the release of sperm more than men. They get to decide if they're going to release sperm or not. And it's sperm that impregnates an egg. Ovulation, having a fertile egg, is totally involuntary. I cannot control it. It happens once a month for me, and I cannot control when or where it happens. But ejaculation is always voluntary. You always get the choice.
Really?
And that was opening the door. The ladies had mixed views on that.
All right, I got mixed views.
That was opening the door to men also being responsible for the act itself as far as impregnating the girl or the young lady or whatever. And you can go a number of ways with that, but Anna made a joke. I had to write it down. She said being She said there's a book called Ejaculate. If there's a book called Ejaculate Responsibly, she will send that book to Herschel Walker.
Oh, that nut.
Responsibly. So they went back and forth with what this lady was saying. Joy asked the ladies, is holding men accountable? Will that make them think differently when they approach this?
Can I say
Sarah
this?
laughed.
Can I say this? And Wendy says hello. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
I hope you're feeling better.
Yep.
And I'm gonna talk about Michael Rapaport. You sent us. Wendy sent me an email on Rapaport. So we will talk about him.
Okay. What's your thought?
The man is not the one holding the baby.
What do you mean holding the baby?
For 9 months, carrying the baby.
No, she's saying what ways can men be responsible?
Just forget it.
For when the act, because they know when you do it and she gets pregnant.
No, because there's such thing
that they can't. A lot of them can't really.
No, there's such thing as pre-cum.
Control themselves.
There's such thing as called pre-cum, which means that there's sperm comes out even before
I know.
So how is he gonna know that?
I know.
That's stupid.
Now,
what did that lady say that for? She's stupid.
Now, Sonny brought up what you talked.
She's a moron.
Sonny brought up what
I use that word all the time.
Sonny brought up what we talked about before. Joy strongly feels woman's body.
That's it.
Let me finish because we're going into that question you asked. Woman's body, make the decision. And of course the women want that decision back. Sonny said, okay, if we're bringing men in this, what are you trying to say? What if he wants the baby? What if he don't want?
That's what I'm saying.
What if he don't want you to have the abortion?
Yeah.
What if he wants you to have the
That's
abortion?
That's why that lady.
Joy said it's still her body. She makes the decision.
Then don't say
Sonny
that.
said then don't bring men in
Exactly.
this.
They're not in that. Don't.
But they can take you to court, maybe, and say, I didn't ask her to abort my child.
Yeah, I get what she's saying.
So
the lady,
remember you brought that up.
In theory, the lady saying the man plays a responsibility in the woman getting pregnant. Mm-hmm. Yes, we know, lady, but shut up.
Ooh.
We know that a man will buy a blow-up doll and go in that. But it doesn't matter. He'll do it in a sock. He'll do it in a cup, anything.
But aside from that,
you just a tool.
I know. You brought up a good point, though. Sonny said this. She said, okay, what is man's responsibility in this? That's his child, too. If he gets you pregnant, he may say, I want that baby. I will take care of it. I will whatever. Joyce says, I don't care. That's still her body. She makes a decision. But Sonny said, we can't be bringing in. Why would we make men responsible for something that we don't want them to be a part of that decision?
That's why that lady's comment or book or whatever it is she wrote is ridiculous. If you're going to say that, then all the way across the line, you're absolutely correct. If you're going to say he's responsible for getting her pregnant, then he's also going to be the one that legally has to say whether she can carry it or not. You really want to go down that road, lady? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Just leave it alone.
Last night, I don't know who you guys watch Grey's Anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing was about kids getting pregnant, young people getting pregnant, the rights the woman have. Mm-hmm. You knew they wrote this storyline dealing with the whole reversal of the whole, a young one of they had what's her name on Grey's Anatomy last night. It was their episode. What's the lady with I'm not always good with their names, you guys. The short black lady. That's
I know you're talking about.
She came back. Because she had left for a little bit, but she came back with a project that she wanted the interns. She borrowed some of the new interns to teach sex education, and they had to do a little film of them teaching sex education, and then they brought the young kids in from school, high school. So they were boring at first, and they had to figure out ways to get their attention and whatever. Well, one of the girls was looking at her phone, and she ran out.
Okay.
And then one of the doctors was in the hallway and said, "What's going on?" And you know the storyline. Well, with all that's going on, this is a girl under 18, and the doctors are telling her, you don't have to tell your mom and dad that you're having a abortion. That was one of the things.
I don't agree with that.
That was one of the things that, pro-choice, pro-life, people are fighting.
That's what I said.
Anybody under a certain age, you don't have to tell your mom that you're going to have an abortion.
People go too far on both sides, and they don't know how to come in the middle and have middle ground. It's like if whether you pro-life or pro-choice, both of y'all can meet some middle ground. It's like somebody saying, I'm pro-life. Okay, you could be pro-life, but under any circumstance,
there's nothing.
You don't give any circumstance. A 10-year-old,
don't care.
Anything, nothing.
Yep. Extreme.
So, extreme. And then on the other side, extreme. You in your 9th month, the baby looking at you. And you gonna go in and take it.
I want to abort it.
Yeah.
The baby's ready to walk out of your womb.
You literally got 5 days left, lady. For God's sakes. It's not your life. That's hurting.
But I saw where they were coming from.
Figured that out 8 months ago.
I saw where that was coming from because they were teaching the kids the sex education and being telling the young boys, kind of like what this lady is saying, when to pull out, use your condoms, do it safely. Don't force, all kinds of things you need to learn about sex education. And they was teaching them that in the Grey's Anatomy.
And nobody's listening to that.
Well,
when they ready to have
they made it exciting for the kids and got their attention because when they started showing actual, props and stuff, the kids was like watching. Some of the boys was even asking.
And then after the football game, they're gonna go get it down.
Nobody listen. That's what I'm saying. Don't go in there thinking nobody's listening.
There will be
just
some.
Speaking. Hopefully you get you'll win some over and scare them.
You'll win some.
Do you take your condoms with you, son?
Yeah, you'll win some.
And then you still got that side of people who don't want to give out the condoms because they're like, no, that's saying it's okay.
Yeah, again, going too far. You don't want anybody to have an abortion, but yet you don't want contraception being passed out.
Right.
You don't want sex education taught,
right?
But yet you don't want people to have an abortion. It's like y'all too extreme.
We need to meet
y'all going
each other
too
halfway.
Far. Y'all going too far.
It's funny how Grey's Anatomy talked about that, and then this lady in her little video today. But Sunny did bring up a good point.
She don't want the man involved.
There's going to be a time when the man's going to be involved.
Right.
Legally, he may have some help there. He may not want her to abort.
Well, here's the thing.
And let's she has to carry it. She's like, I ain't carrying this baby.
Well, let's say he says, I don't want you to abort. And let's say legally all this comes to pass, that they say to man, what's going to stop her from, oops, I fell down the stairs.
Right.
Get out of here. You can't control that.
She don't hurt herself.
Though. But you can't force somebody to have something. If she wants to get rid of it, she will. Trust me. If she would do other stuff.
But here's the thing. That kind of helps the pro-lifers.
Okay.
Think about it. If you got if she gets in trouble for taking that baby,
she might not be so quick to do it.
That's what I'm saying. So a lot of these laws changing can help or hurt the situation. Right. A man can be involved and say, you can't have one, so you might as well have it. Because I want you to have it.
I just want people
That's sad, though.
I just want both sides to understand that you have to, when you working with people and you in a country, everybody doesn't think and have the same beliefs that you have. Yeah. So you have to find a way to where you work together and you say, okay, well, maybe I'll bend on this one a little bit, even though I don't, I don't agree with it. And then you'll bend on it. Same thing with the gun laws. Like, I don't, if you're a person on this side and you say, well, I don't think that, everybody should have a gun. Maybe your bending could be, or have a automatic. Maybe your bending could be, well, if you do have an automatic, maybe it's harder to get one, like a CDL license.
I told my sister,
it's like a trucker's license. Everybody can't just go out there and drive a truck.
I told my sister, I said, I wish there was a way, like how we have to do driver's license, driving every 4 years or every 3 years. It may be in different countries, a different rule or law. Right. They want you to get back in that car and see if you can still drive. Right. Is there something we can do to see if they're still mentally able to, or haven't had any problems since they've got their guns?
And then you'll get the people on the extreme on both sides. The ones on the extreme say, I don't want to register anything or whatever, because if there's somewhere where we got to take over the government, I don't want them to know guns, how many guns is in my, so that'll be those people. But for the majority of the people, they won't be that extreme. Yeah. They will say, if I need a special license to get a certain automatic hunting gun, I'll go get it. Right. Because that's why I got it. Yeah. I don't have it because I feel like the government is going to have to take over government one day. Yeah. Now, before wait a minute, I'm going to say what they said. Okay. Wendy said, men will have a hard time doing it. They getting a vasectomy. True. Casey Lynn says, why kill God's kid? Okay. And Wendy says, did you watch the video on Jaden? I didn't watch that one yet, Wendy. I might do that one coming up. But I saw what the theme was about him having either a boyfriend or somebody. He likes somebody, some guy or something. Oh, now but Jaden has always been kind of like that.
Yeah, he's out there. Yeah. Now, Joy kind of touched on whoever that made this comment.
Which one? Which
Joy talked about back in 2016, I believe, there was a trial for men's birth control. It was shut down because some of the participants experienced weight gain and acne.
They're not going to do nothing. They're not going to take
I remember one of my friends, her brother, she's a twin, and her twin brother, he got a vasectomy. And I was like, okay, you don't hear a lot of black men getting that.
Right.
He had 2 boys already. He was married, a military wife. He was cheating.
That's why he got it.
No, he was cheating, no.
Yeah, he didn't
but
want to
he was cool with getting one because
Yeah.
I heard they're reversible as well.
Okay.
He had no problem. So I told her, I said, your brother should be a poster boy for that.
Right.
Let brothers know it don't change nothing.
But
man. I'm okay.
But you getting a vasectomy doesn't stop you from getting the STD.
Well, that's not the thing. The
I
point
know,
was
I got
about
it.
pregnancy.
I got it.
That's what we're talking about.
I got it.
But I get it though. I agree with Sonny as far as Sonny and Alyssa. Alyssa's Republican and Sonny is Catholic. So she's saying, I am pro-choice, but not pro-abortion.
Right.
And I think people put everyone in a category.
Right.
When you say you're pro-choice.
Everybody think because you pro-choice.
You
that
having
believe.
that child, that situation.
Right.
You know the whole purpose of a seed and what it's in you. I knew him in his mother's womb. You can quote every scripture that talks about life.
Right.
But you personally wouldn't do it.
Right.
But that's between me,
All right.
my husband,
And-
my boyfriend,
and
my
the
God, and
doctor.
my doctor.
Yeah.
That's the big problem that we
All right.
have with the pro-choice thing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Anything else on that one?
No, that was it.
All right. So this one, you talking about this lady.
Well, I just do a little
This
bit.
is the one that Trump said wasn't good looking.
He
was running for president.
He's always talking about women. He talks about other.
Remember she was
politicians'
running, and she's
wives.
Republican.
No,
Oh, no, she's
Democrat.
Democrat.
She's running for president.
No, I think it's the other one. Or he might have been talking about her. It was the other one, I think. That was Republican.
It was her.
It's this one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's this one that he did when
He
she was
talks about
running.
everybody's wife. Did he talk about Cruz's wife? Is that the one he raped?
No, Ma, that's somebody
no.
else.
He
But
talked
go
about. He
ahead.
talks about he always talks about women
Not being good
You know,
looking.
'cause he got-
and he think he good
He
looking.
got a good looking woman on
But
his
what about
arm,
this
so he
one?
can dog out everybody else's wives.
Donald!
The Donald.
Donald, I will come visit you next week, Donald.
Just briefly.
You know they don't live together, so she got to come visit.
I know
him.
she got her own house probably, and her son.
I'll come visit you next week,
What's her
Donald.
son's name again?
Oh God,
I forgot his
It's
name.
a rich name.
Oh, mine. Can you know her son's
What's
name?
Trump's little
son's
son's name?
Is it with a B? Begin with a-
Yeah, it's a B. It's a rich name.
Baron, not
Baron.
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 Okay.
Baron. That's
That
a rich name.
That was a
Baron.
movie called Baron's Blood,
Right,
and
Baron.
it was he was a vampire.
Right. Baron.
Baron's
Donald,
Blood. The
Baron,
Donald.
Baron, and I will come visit you next week, Donald.
Oh my God!
So you can take pictures and make everybody think.
Now
we
I'm
live
going to
together.
read my notes like I have them together.
All right, go
briefly,
ahead.
basically, because she didn't have her voice, so she was barely getting her words out.
Mhm.
But you know how they pretty much brought her on just to kind of motivate the Democratic people that are Democrats. Like, are we going to win this? Are we
Amy Klobuchar.
Klobuchar.
Klobuchar. Okay.
Yeah. To get everybody excited and like where she's been out and what she's seen and what she's
Okay.
experienced.
So what has she seen?
So some of the
Anything?
things that she's saying.
I'm tired of Democrats
Now-
and Republicans.
Now she actually listed names of all the ones that are running. Like she mentioned Raphael.
Mhm.
She mentioned I think it's called Mandela Barnes.
Mhm.
How they're taking on the pharmaceutical companies. She's actually listing things that Democrats are actually doing.
Which is what they should be
We're
doing.
waiting on Republicans and their agenda. Sonny keeps saying, well, what y'all doing?
Nothing.
Other than raising, giving money to the corporations and stuff. She talked about John Fetterman, who she's going to be visiting coming up, and Tim Ryan, and how they're making stuff happen, making things happen in America. She's talked about Catherine Cortez Masto, I think is her name, or Mark Kelly, standing in issues with veterans. So she kind of talked about all of the different debates that's going on and what these candidates are doing and how they're making things happen. The numbers are close, but she really strongly feels like a lot of them are ahead. So she was there to kind of, get the excitement going there when they were asking her. Mm-hmm. She was also talking about we don't have to double down on the Trump tax cuts for the wealthy, which Trump and them did. They always claim that Trump and the Republicans are always helping the wealthy. Mm-hmm. She says, it's about people, helping them get their food on the table, helping the gas prices that they're able to, get gas in their cars, helping them to get out of debt, child care, all of those things that she put on the table.
So she's living the whole list of all the stuff that they do.
But one of the things that she's on the committee for is that whole thing about where does she call it? 2 seats. She says they need two more seats in the Senate, and they'll hopefully make changes to that whole Roe versus.
It's not going to happen.
Well, that's in her, playing checkers, like you saying, they playing checkers. Leading the reform for electoral count, of which will make sense. What happened in January of 6th don't happen again.
Oh, okay.
They put rules in place.
Right.
You won't have somebody standing there saying they're going to go get the vice president and kill him, or go get Nancy Pelosi. They trying to put rules. That should have been in place to begin with.
How about, no, you don't need rules in place. How about just keep what you already have?
No, make it better so they can not have loopholes around it. But like to your point, if it was a
bunch of black people
coming,
please,
it wouldn't have been nobody in Nancy Pelosi's
office
with his feet on the desk.
When they were sitting there at the rally talking about we're gonna march, they would have been like, march? Y'all ain't marching nowhere.
The word to get out. Those black people.
You gonna stay right where you at.
They trying to come to the Capitol, y'all. And be a whole army across the whole Capitol.
You saw how it was when Black Lives Matter was there. There was the whole stairway was with uniform.
And they were nervous years ago when we had the Million Man March.
Well, Wendy says Barron. Is Barron autistic? I think he is.
I think he is too.
But I don't think they talk about it.
Yeah, there's some learning
issues.
I
think he is.
Disorder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is nothing wrong with it. But
no.
And the fact that he doesn't talk about it should be another reason why he's a comb over. Because I would feel like it's a lot of people you could help.
Yeah.
To a lot of people whose kids are autistic, and they can see he's living a regular life. He's learning. He's in school.
That could be her platform.
Smart.
That could be
that could be instead of bullying.
Which your husband does.
Donna, I want to talk about bullying on online. You can be my subject matter, Donna.
we people need to see.
She want to talk about bullying online.
Cyberbullying.
And her husband is a bully online.
That's really funny. But if they had some issues with their son, that would have been a very good
opportunity.
Yes.
Autism.
So yeah.
We might be giving him some, you know what? He would use it. We might be giving him some ammunition because even though I know he ain't listening to this, but somebody could say if you're running for 2024, that might be a platform you might want to have. Because some people who may not have thought about voting for you might vote for you.
That's true.
Because there's a lot of autistic children in this country.
Right. Exactly.
Wendy says, I like her. She grew on me. This Amy lady. Yeah. She's still stale in my opinion. No. But when she was running for president, she was
That's fine
stale.
that they're stale, but the fact that she's still out there and then she's pretty much on top of what is going on.
Right.
I don't like stupid people.
No.
I don't like stupid politicians.
And I did watch that video you sent, Wendy, with Val and Rubio.
What's his name?
With Val and Rubio.
She really pretty much called him a liar.
Well, he is a liar.
He lies.
And also, this, spirited debate.
Yes.
And she basically was saying, you got the same talking points.
Yes.
Yeah, I know I'm a socialist. What else?
Yeah.
She did what I said Eminem did on 8 Mile. Okay, I'm wide, I'm short, I'm here.
What else you got?
So now that I said that, and you saw his face when she said it, it's like, dang it, I can't say it no more because she said it. Because now people gonna laugh every time you say it.
Exactly.
So let's do a drinking game, guys. Every time he calls me a socialist, take a drink. Then that way.
He was trying to be funny when he made the comment about what Stacey Abrams is doing is with the whole voting thing and trying to fix that up. But you know good and well that y'all got some little loopholes and secrets in your closet to come out if you don't lose. Talking about I'm gonna win anyway.
But the only thing that I did not like, and again, it goes with what I said, Wendy. While I'm not a Democrat or Republican, I didn't walk away with neither one of them telling me anything new or innovative or anything. All I saw was you don't do this, and it's time for or you don't do this, and she got him good in the debate part. But I still didn't walk away with a clear message of what are you going to do about that? If Russia deploys a nuke attack, what are you going to do about it?
Thank you.
What are you, as Democrats,
what
are you going to do about Russia? What are you going to do about China?
We're tired of hearing your views on abortion and pro-life, pro-choice.
And Democrats are weak on foreign affairs. It is not it's not talking to somebody. Mm-hmm. It's not sitting down and having tea. Mm-hmm. You can't do that with people like Putin.
And she mentioned, Senator Amy mentioned briefly why, what's her name, sat down from that position in England. What was it?
Oh, yeah, why?
She had some wacky ideals, they said. Apparently, she had put some in place that they felt was crazy.
I don't know if they forced her to prime minister I've ever seen.
It's almost like, why didn't we do that with Trump?
No, she resigned.
I know. What happened?
He wouldn't resign.
Well, yeah, we impeached him, didn't we? Wasn't he impeached?
Well, that didn't mean nothing.
God, he didn't get the hint, did he?
You cannot get rid of that man. God. That's what I tried to tell my mother. My mother keep watching, going, well, now the new trial. They said, Mom, you cannot.
Ain't going nowhere.
He is not going anywhere.
Thank you.
Stop it.
Thank
FBI
you.
with the.
That's what Joy's like. Joy's saying, until I see it. I gotta see him.
You're not.
In the
even if you see him
suit matching his orange complexion.
If, let's say, for the sake of argument, y'all get him dragged out in an orange suit. Every prisoner's gonna like him. They're gonna like him. The guards are gonna like him. He's gonna talk, and he's gonna run from. He said, "If they arrest me, I'm gonna run from prison because I'm not convicted.
Crazy,
I'm gonna run from prison.
Yes,
and then I'm gonna. He's just not. You're not gonna get him, guys.
He's getting his platform ready to even be in prison. He would still be a hoot.
Yeah,
he's a reality show. My mom loves him.
He's a reality star. So just leave him alone. Either you like Trump or you don't.
Yeah.
If you don't like him, don't vote for him.
These debates are.
Kodak Black was on there. The rapper Kodak Black was talking about Kanye crazy, and I wouldn't vote for Kanye in 2024. But y'all need to go vote for Trump. Because Trump pardoned Kodak.
Yeah, he sure did.
So that's why I said the Democrats.
Him and Lil Wayne, right?
Y'all biggest problem. I'm telling y'all. Lil Wayne. Y'all biggest problems, Democrats. It's not that Trump will get the black vote. It's that black people won't show up.
Yeah, because if they
don't care about Biden like that.
Because we found out my dad went the election with Hillary.
Yeah,
my dad didn't even vote.
No, because he didn't like Hillary.
I was mad. I said, Dad, did you know what people did for you to even have that opportunity to vote?
I don't care about Hillary.
Like her.
I don't like Hillary.
I'm like, because you're not gonna vote for her because you don't like her.
And black people they're not gonna show up in they're not gonna stand out in rain
like we did Obama.
They're not gonna do it for Biden.
We want that movement for Obama.
Sorry. They're not gonna do it, y'all.
Some people voted for Obama who didn't even like what's his name that passed away,
and he
endorsed Obama.
And the only reason why I know you're talking about
Colin Powell.
The only reason why it was close is because there was a lot of Republicans who didn't vote for Trump because they was following McCain.
Yeah,
but they're not gonna do that again. They're gonna vote this time whether he runs or not because of all of the things that they're able to do in spite of him being there.
I miss the McCain.
Yeah,
I miss people like McCain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, real Republicans.
And they fought
not
for that Republican
Trumpsters.
Party. They fought for the beliefs and the values. And they didn't want somebody just trying to come and bulldoze everybody and tell them to go this way. And oh God.
But Trump will win. And my mother, I know she talking about she vote for Biden. I don't believe you, Ma. I think you like Trump.
No, I don't.
She don't like Trump.
She's not gonna vote for Trump.
You wouldn't vote for him so you can watch him on CNN and all that? She said no. All right, good.
He's not impressive.
But would you go out and stand in line to vote for Biden, or would you just not vote? See, that's what I think. I think most of them.
Y'all didn't hear. Nah, we gonna talk to her.
I'm telling you,
this show.
They
gonna
not
vote if I got to take her myself.
She'll vote, but
I love Biden.
But I'm saying, it's a lot of people that's just not gonna vote.
I don't like that as an option.
I agree.
Write in Mickey Mouse or something. Just go vote though.
He's a good man to me. He's a good man.
All right, you like Biden?
Because I wish people just really take for it. Now, and if you have to relive what people had to go through for our opportunity to vote, hopefully that changes people.
She grew up in the Jim Crow law.
She stayed in the house. Though.
Yeah,
she didn't go out much.
She was up here when Martin Luther King came up here in the worst part of Chicago.
When they killed Emmett Till.
I know. We know.
Oh, we know. That's right.
All right,
okay,
so
we back.
How did they talk about that? when Emmett Till passed and you was in school? Did your teacher come in and tell y'all that Emmett Till, or how did they say that?
They didn't like it.
I mean, how did they talk about it?
How he was murdered.
Did they cry, or was y'all sad?
They saw how they beat him to death.
And what did y'all do?
It hurt.
Did y'all march, or did y'all just
In
felt?
some places they march in Montgomery, Birmingham.
Yeah.
Not in Florence.
But how did y'all feel as teenagers back then? Because he was a teenager.
We felt bad.
Was y'all scared?
Was y'all scared and think that they was gonna come get y'all?
That you have to be real careful now, even more so?
Still didn't say a whole lot.
Did y'all feel he was wrong? The way they pitched the story that he was talking to her?
No.
So y'all knew from the beginning that it was they lied.
Coming from the north. Down there.
Oh, okay.
And I wonder how true the
So y'all thought he was a teenager coming from the north.
Yeah.
And did y'all think he was looking at a white woman?
No.
So y'all never believed that story.
We didn't believe it.
So they didn't believe that in the black community.
I wonder how.
And you know that old lady's still alive.
Still living.
She's still alive. Go ahead.
Well, let God deal with her.
Go ahead.
The trailer was showing the mom kind of preparing him to be, kind of like take a back seat and being assertive.
Oh, going down south.
So I wonder how true that was.
I don't know.
Because you always heard my mom and them would always say that when we would go down south as younger and we would do trips down there, just to be more polite, be careful, just things that you think your black son and your black kid need to know.
Right.
Because when you come from the Chicago area, you sometimes come like you gonna take. They gonna talk to me.
Well, they
like
had the Black Panthers and everybody up here. The gangster
they
disciples.
will talk to you like that, and they will hurt you.
All right. Wendy says Val is no joke. She was a chief. Yeah, she was a chief of police. 27 years. A dark-skinned black woman. She went through hell. She don't play. Told them they tried to get in my business, and I told them, get the hell out of my business. She has cancer. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, if she's open with it.
Wow. Okay.
Now you heard Rubio make the comment about his mom and dad.
What did he say?
He tried to put himself on the same level as her mom and dad being
from another country or whatever.
No.
Minority.
The jobs that they have, low income jobs.
Oh yeah.
Housekeeping or whatever her mom and dad was. He said my mom and dad too was.
No, he's not. He's Latino.
So what?
But he's Latino.
I know, but it's just funny how you had to throw that out there too.
He want to show people that he's.
My mom was a housekeeper. My mom was too.
The last time they showed the thing, it was 40. I think she had 41% or something, and he had like 40-something, 45 or something. So he's still ahead a little bit. So that's probably a close run. But I think he gonna win.
They said all of them are close.
All of them are close. So everybody, this midterm gonna be ridiculous, y'all. And the what's gonna come after it is gonna be ridiculous.
Who, if any Democrat wins, are we gonna hear that they cheated?
Right, you are.
They cheated.
You are. So. And if the Republican wins, you're gonna say they cheated. It's gonna be on both sides.
Oh Lord.
All right, let's go to Steve Bannon. Trump ex-advisor Fatso Bannon sentenced to 4 months for contempt of Congress.
You did say Fatso.
He has the largest head that I've ever seen in my life.
Some weight while he 4 months in jail. That's all he gets.
Steve Bannon, a one-time advisor to former President Donald Trump, was sentenced by a judge on Friday to 4 months in prison for refusing to cooperate with lawmakers investigating last year's U.S. Capitol attack. Bannon was found guilty in July on 2 counts of contempt of Congress for failing to provide documents or testimony to the House of Representatives Committee investigating the January 6, 2021 attack. Prosecutors had sought a 6-month sentence while Bannon's attorneys had asked for probation. U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols also ordered Bannon, a key advisor to the Republican Trump, he keeps saying it over again, to pay a fine of $6,500. The judge allowed Bannon to defer serving his sentence while he appeals his conviction. So even if he does end up doing it, he only going to get 4 months.
He's 68 years old.
He can do that standing on his head.
I know. And probably won't even do all 4. Yep. They did that on The View when they were talking to Amy. They said breaking news that he
got his 4 months. So there you go, guys. Big giant head Bannon got 4 months because he's gonna appeal. So he still ain't gonna do nothing.
But he misused those funds. So
they don't care.
What is your reason for? How can you condone that? How can you justify that?
Oh, Wendy says Emmett Till's accuser has cancer. That old white lady.
Oh, I was like, I was hoping Val didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Okay.
Emmett Till's accuser. So what? They got cancer treatments in prison.
You know what?
She can still go to prison and be
How
treated
does the
for
family
cancer.
feel? They probably don't
How's she
care.
any different than anybody
The
else?
family probably don't care, right?
What, her family?
The Floyd family, the Till's family, Emmett's family.
I don't know. They probably say forgive her or something like that. Whatever.
Some people have forgiven people
Yeah,
who
but
have
that's
killed
them.
their
Yeah,
family
that's
members.
them.
Yeah.
That's them. Well, she lied, and that's why he was.
80 years old. That woman.
Yeah, she could still go.
Why is it always, from what I'm hearing, I could be wrong with history, like the Black Wall Street situation in Tulsa,
Mhm.
that was a white woman situation. The road, what's that other city they burnt down? And
Well, that's how it always
There was another white
yeah,
woman
it's always
lying.
been like
He
Rosewood.
cheated Rosewood.
It's always like that, though.
He raped me.
Yeah, that's yeah.
He whistled at me.
Right. Because that's how you could get them back in the
Lord,
day.
Lord. They still trying to do it. Some of them.
It's the way
Women
it is.
too. in general.
Wendy says the only way Trump will listen to that subpoena is if his ego takes over. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nothing gonna happen.
We got to see a Few Good Men episode. You can't handle the truth.
Right. Nothing.
Did you order the court red? You darn right I ordered the court red. I love it.
And that's what people want to say.
Oh, I want to see him just so a narcissist. Just, yes, I ordered it. They always listen to what I say.
Right.
I told those security men to take those files.
All right.
Because they always listen to me.
All
I
right.
was president then.
So real briefly, Balenciaga cuts ties with Ye 2 weeks after Adidas placed their Yeezy partnership under review. He always talking about Balenciaga, and now they cut ties with him. Ye appears to be on a shaky ground as 3 of his high-end business relationships are no longer on nearly there.
They cutting them loose.
On Friday, October 21st, the parent company of Balenciaga reportedly revealed the end of their partnership with the artist. Balenciaga has no longer any relationship nor any plans for future projects related to this artist. Parent company Kering told Women's Wear Daily. So he loves Balenciaga. Look at that, them ugly boots. So he loves Balenciaga, and they cut him loose. So he's finding out real fast. And if I see any more black people posting, I thought they trying to shut him down. The black man can't talk. Oh, no freedom of speech. Let me tell you something.
That is the First Amendment, but he's paying for it.
If I was Mark Zuckerberg and I owned Facebook and Instagram, and there was some nut job on there talking about black women and how we gonna DEFCON and all this other stuff, and how you don't like us, and how we are trying to steal people's money and take everybody and send them to hell and all this, you getting off my platform.
That's a private owned company too, right? That's his
Go
company.
to your own platform
So
like
you
you
can
just
do
did.
that.
Buy your little Candice
You got enough
bobblehead
money.
platform.
Comb Over did what's the platform Comb Over's on?
Yeah.
What is Trump doing?
Truth.
Go
to your own platform and spew all of that.
Buy your own.
You think what I built? You gonna say what you want to say on my platform? And Jewish people, let's just say this. Let's get it over with. Let's say it. Yes, Jewish people own a lot. Yes, they are a lot of lawyers. Yes, it's true. But they also marched with black people during the civil rights movement. They also gave money to a lot of black organizations. I personally, I used to do direct, and I directed plays. And we had a traveling play, and it was Jewish. The play that was written, it was a Jewish play,
Right.
So all the places that we went to, I directed it. I was also stage manager. Was at synagogues and Jewish schools.
Right.
Showed us.
Is that when you would always say "oy vey"?
Oy vey, I would be
learn,
funny
the
and
words
stuff.
and stuff.
Nothing but kindness.
Yes.
At every place we went to.
Yes.
Nothing. They showed us nothing but respect. Gave extra money. So this thing about them being tight wing or
But
whatever,
you know what?
and tried to figure out how to help me be able to progress it so more people can see it.
But you know what? The whole thing with him in the comments, there was no. What was his motive?
What was the motive?
There's no reason for Kanye to say any of those comments.
Because you had somebody who maybe that made you mad that was Jewish.
Yes.
So now the whole whole race of
you
people.
did a comment over the whole race.
I just don't like that.
And
I don't like when somebody
he's not burnt enough or been ridiculed
and
enough
believe
to
me,
do that.
I'm not a Jewish spokesperson, and I don't want people to be in the comment going, "Oh, you just trying to speak up for the Jewish people." No. I'm saying for a fact, when we had the civil rights movement, there were a lot of Jewish people who supported the civil rights. And you know why? It may not have anything to do with the fact they loved you as a black person. They understand when hate is not checked.
Yes.
That means my people are going back to where we was before.
They understand the struggle.
It has nothing to do with them saying, "Oh, I love black people. I just want to get in there and help black people." Some of them could have ulterior motives.
Thank you.
But the point is, I know when hate goes unchecked, it means they coming after me next.
Yes. They understand the struggle.
They understand that.
Yes, yeah.
So why would you get on somebody's platform?
That comment of all people.
Why would you get on their platform?
Yes.
And then make comments and expect them not to shut you down?
That's why people are probably...
Y'all are so ignorant.
Think about it. People are sitting back going, okay, what is going on with him? Now that we should be concerned now. Because he's doing things that in your natural state.
It's just stupid.
It's something going on with him.
Even if you thought, let's take away from Jewish people, and you're a white person out there. Even in your mind, if you thought black people are some of the dumbest people I've ever met in my life.
Or lazy or whatever.
And you work at a company where the CEO and the president is black. Would you be in this lunchroom talking about how black people are lazy and stupid and not think they not gonna check you?
Or be on social media and saying all of this as well, like they're not gonna find out?
You a man.
Yeah.
You work at a company called Ladies Legs. And they do pantyhose. The CEO is a woman.
Yes.
The board is mostly women.
Yes.
You think freedom of speech, you big dumb man,
Which you are
will be at your desk talking about how stupid women are.
Yes.
And you don't think at that company they gonna check you?
Yes. Yes.
You're not gonna come on my platform in my realm and check me.
That's why I'm thinking
it's not about freedom of speech, it's common sense.
But we just got to go back to the question. What is going on in his head?
But I keep saying it's not him. I'm talking about black people who are saying,
the people that are supporting him
and saying he's not allowed to have freedom of speech.
Right.
He's not allowed to speak.
Well,
no, you're not. You're not going to talk about me I own the company.
But think about it.
No.
I'm playing devil's advocate. Yeah, I'm going to support him because he's telling the truth. I'm not saying it. He's saying it. He's the one being ridiculed. He's the one people are walking away from him and he's losing money.
It's just not common sense.
I'm just saying, you talking about people supporting him, the black people supporting him. Yeah, they're going to support him because it's almost like the white supremacists.
Ice Cube separated himself so fast.
They're going to support the person that's hollering the message that I agree with.
No, I'm talking about not them. I expect them to support him.
Then who are you talking about?
I'm talking about black people.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
Who you think I've been talking about?
I ain't talking about white supremacists.
I'm not Kim. I'm using it as an example. Anybody that's listening to him know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
When you have somebody that has that's shouting from the mountaintop what you already feel and think and believe, you're going to support them. And you're going to say, no matter how crazy they are, freedom of speech. You should be able to say what you want to say.
So you saying the black people, you saying the ones that agree with him. Agree with him. And like I said, let's take away from the Jewish thing. Okay. If you a man and you really do think women are stupid, why would you be like, I support that guy for saying that, and then get mad when he get fired from a company that's owned by women? He's stupid.
Kim, can you explain?
So you support stupidity. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what guys
Let me ask this question. And I've had coworkers ask me this. I've had white coworkers ask me this. When we have situations like the what's his name that got beat up in California, LA, and
Rodney King.
Yes. And the black people started rioting and burning their own stores down.
Right.
I had a coworker say, why are you burning your own neighborhood.
I could tell why. I could tell you why.
A lot of people don't understand that. They understand the anger and the frustration, but they don't understand. Okay, in the morning, you can't go to that store and get eggs now.
I'll tell you why.
You burnt it down.
I'll tell you why.
And black-owned businesses, not just other people.
It don't matter. I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
Even though I think it's stupid, but I can tell you why.
Reason for
it's
stupidity.
The same reason why you get mad in your house and you kick the door and you throw stuff around in your own house.
In your house.
In your house.
Not other people's buildings.
But you messing your own house up.
That's why people
You gotta wake up in the morning with the hole in the wall that you put there.
No. You haven't explained coming out of your house,
right?
Kicking your own door.
No, I'm saying your house is your community. You're doing it in your own house.
Thinking as a community, that's like kicking their door in your house.
You're doing it in your own house.
People have asked that question.
That's the answer, guys.
I get it.
That's
the anger. And I even get it.
Hold on. You always go after the person that's right next to you.
And I get it.
That's it.
And I get people even
What's
saying.
so hard to understand?
No, it is hard to understand because I do get people saying, well, why not go to the communities where the people that made those, that's making you mad, go to their community.
Because they get shut down.
Well, see, okay, I'll just stay in mine and burn my
if
store
you get
down
mad at
in the gas station, I don't have gas in the morning.
If you get mad at your person
I'm
in
trying
your house,
to say you're explaining stupidity.
No, I'm saying that. If you get mad at your boss, you're not going to go to your boss's house and kick his door in.
I'm not.
You're going to No, I'm saying somebody who don't want to get arrested. Somebody who doesn't want to get arrested is going to come home and take their frustration out. You're saying what could be right. I'm not saying whether it's right. I'm saying how people think.
Because of the color, though. Because what did they do to the Michigan governor? They was on her front line.
I'm saying you're not listening. Move on because I don't want to keep going back and forth.
The point I'm making is that they went to the source.
Yeah.
And they threatened the source. But they had that problem in Michigan with that governor, or was it the mayor?
That's because you can. If you think a bunch of black men would have showed up with guns at the governor's house,
because we can't,
and you think they wouldn't have walked out dead, are you out of your mind?
The point that I'm trying to say is that you're giving an explanation of stupidity on all angles.
Yeah, but you can burn your own place down. They don't care. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But what you not going to do, you notice with the Rodney King thing, when they started marching up the street going to Beverly Hills, all of a sudden the army
came out. Yes. They said, mess up your own community, but you can't go past this line. I get it.
I'm not that young I don't remember that.
Why is it that you don't understand why people can support this Kanye?
I said that. I said it's stupid.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It felt like you was like not understanding.
No, I understand.
I do understand people supporting this man and his freedom of speech. He's the one getting knocked down, losing his money.
Move on.
That's what I meant.
I said.
Okay. I felt like you still don't understand why they stupid.
No, I'm saying they stupid.
Stupid is stupid.
Yes, okay. I said you supporting stupidity.
Okay.
Because you a moron.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you support somebody, even if you think like that? Mm-hmm. Why would you support somebody burning their own house down? Yeah. That's what you're saying. Yeah. He's burning his house down.
And they're agreeing with him.
Because it ain't their house.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying.
And then get mad.
He's the mouthpiece for them, that they feel any little thing that he's saying is true.
And he's so stupid, he don't realize that the same people that's supporting you and telling you that, their house ain't getting taken. They ain't gonna say nothing. When they Jewish boss come and say, you think you actually agree with what Kanye said? Oh, no. I
don't agree with him.
I thought I saw you on social media.
No, that wasn't me. That was my cousin. My cousin Pookie uses my
I don't know. I'll be at work
address.
Monday morning,
Sometimes he uses my email address.
They will leave him out and let him hang to dry. That's what I'm saying. He's stupid.
Would anybody say anything?
All right, let me go back. People support you until
I just had to bring up another stupid thing that people do.
Wendy says the only way Trump would listen to the subpoena is if his ego takes over. I said that. She should go to jail, but only for the rest of her sick life. Yes, for the rest of her life. He can't do it because he's too stupid. True said maybe Kanye should focus on creating black investment groups and platforms. He will, True, because Balenciaga don't want him anymore.
I know. This is probably
Adidas
one of the straws.
don't want him anymore.
I don't know what the last straw is for him.
And as black people, we always take you back.
What is the last straw for him?
He has no last straw. He will go to black people like he always does, like everybody does. He's a porch Negro. and he's been kicked out of the house, and now he has to go into the field. And so what he's going to do is he's going to bring the stuff that he's acquired while he was in the house.
Now too, right?
But he's going to bring the stuff he acquired while he was in the house. He stole some silverware or something, or whatever, and he's going to bring it out to the Negroes in the field, and they're going to use stuff to cut stuff and make their lives better. And because Porch Negro was kicked out, now he has to be with the black people in the field, and he's going to bring all of that there. And black people will continue to buy the ugly shoes and the ugly clothes, and he will put his billions of dollars in the black banks, and we will accept it because that's what we do. We have cookouts and we have crazy cousins and we accept them.
And they done some crazy things and we
accept them.
Invited to
Black
the barbecue.
people are some of the most forgiving people in the world. And we will continue to do it even when it's our own people who have done stuff against us. We will open up come on, baby. Grandma, leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
He crying.
He don't know no better.
Leave him alone.
He don't know no better.
Leave him alone. Now, he didn't brought some stuff out from Master's house, and we using it. Now, leave him alone. We didn't have plates before. Now we got plates because he didn't went in there and took it from Master and brought it back.
So let's just see where it goes from here, because that's his big boy.
Thank you.
They let him go. Okay.
True says Sway tried to tell him years ago. Yeah, you don't have the answer, Sway. Sway told him years ago. He was on Sway's show complaining about how white people this and they don't let me do this and they want to do this.
He's a millionaire.
Sway said, why don't you do it yourself? There's enough black people that will buy your stuff into what you're doing. You don't have to go to the white guy. Do it yourself. Nah, you don't have the answer, Sway. You don't have the answer, Sway. Well, I guess he had the answer, huh, nutty buddy? All right, Balenciaga didn't cut him loose now. So now he has no. So now what, we going to burn Balenciaga? Now he's going to go to all the young black kids and tell them don't support Balenciaga, even though they was spending $600-700 on t-shirts and shoes that they couldn't afford, but they was spending all their money on. Now Balenciaga isn't in anymore.
And that's why I said there's more to what's going on in his head. In his mind and his spirit. There's something going on.
Wendy says, I would say you can fire me if you want to, but I'm not going to help you die. Yes. Wendy says, I couldn't stand empathy for R. Kelly or Bill Cosby. And it's going to continue to come, Wendy. It is what it is. Black people will continue. If R. Kelly got out right now, he could have a stepper set and it'd be packed.
And they'll be packed in Chicago.
It'll be packed all over.
Well, I don't know about all over.
Well, he's done enough time. See, with black people, you got to go away for a little bit.
Okay.
We don't want you showboating. See, black people don't like showboating. That's the only thing. They don't like showboating. That you got to be repentant. That's why in church, you got to walk down the long aisle and you got to cry. You got to come to the Father. You got to lay down on the altar. And then the pastor got to come to you. And then he got to turn you around in front of the whole church. And then you got to say, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I did this against the church. I sinned against you. I sinned against my family. But I love God and I've been delivered. And God has set me free. And then the pastor going to touch your head. And then you're going to shake a little bit. And then you're going to fall out. And then you're going to get up. And you're going to say, I've been delivered.
And they're going to say,
hallelujah. And then we're going to go downstairs and have some pumpkin chicken and some macaroni and cheese. And they're going to sit you there and say, don't you feel better, brother?
Yes.
Don't you feel better releasing that?
Releasing
that in the name of Jesus. And he going to be sitting there going, y'all some dumb Negroes.
Yes.
But that's how we've always been because we have been the most forgiving, the most spiritual people. So we understand when somebody says, I'm sorry, God. Run back to you, Lord. Fall on my face before you, God. I now see it different now. So we understand that metamorphosis and we embrace it. So they will welcome him in as long as there's repentance. Now, if he's still showboating, no. You got to show that there's some repentance and black people to take you back. Wendy said, I would say you can fire. Okay, she did. Oh, Bill Cosby. Okay. So that's him. Can't stand him. All right. Michael Rapaport. I'm not going to play what Michael Rapaport did, but Wendy sent the thing on Michael Rapaport.
What did he say?
Michael Rapaport was pretty much being funny and saying, Kanye, you was right. there's a whole thing that's going on, a whole infrastructure.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, we got a whole thing going on here. And you infiltrated it. And what I don't understand is, how did you get the code? Who gave you the code to the Jewish takeover? He being funny.
Okay.
How did you figure it out, Kanye? We thought we had dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's.
He found it.
How did you crack that code of that Jewish takeover? We want to know. Let us know. How did you do it? Black man. What Jew let you in the door? What Jewish person gave you our platform and let you know what our whole secret society was trying to do? How did you find that out, Kanye? So he being funny.
Okay.
He being funny. I thought that was funny.
Okay.
All right. And if you go on his show, he's now on YouTube, guys. Michael Rapaport. Go on there. You can listen to his thing and his video about how he admits that Kanye West was
now they making
right.
fun of him too.
Now they making fun of him.
Okay.
But he getting ready to see how long that Jewish arm goes when he start getting them deals dropped. He's starting to see that now.
And maybe it's for him to fall. Like I said, it's probably for him to lose.
But
everything.
the one problem that he has, and I keep trying to tell y'all, is let's say he does go to the black community and we do support him and we buy his stuff. We don't own distribution.
What do you mean?
We don't own the airways. We don't own the channels. We don't own any of that. So you can get black people to support you, but at the end of the day, you spewing hate about white people and Jewish people, you ain't going to be nowhere. I don't care how many black people support you. You're going to be selling clothes out of your
That's
trunk.
what I was saying earlier. I said, I feel that it's something else that's going on with him, because he's even gone into his faith and going back to Christ. That's not
she did, Mom.
That's not the spirit of God. That's not love.
Right.
And he is so sad, because if he had never gone back to Christian music and did all this gospel stuff he does on Sundays,
he keeps saying
and
he's
stuff,
a Christian.
You should have just stayed where you were.
Yeah.
And we would have understood. Oh, okay, the hatred, and we understand. But the fact that you crossed over and said, I sing gospel now, I want my wife to act right and dress right.
You're not Christian.
You spewing the very
exact opposite
that
of Jesus.
killed Jesus.
You're the exact opposite of what Jesus was doing. And Jesus was smart. Remember when they came to Jesus and they tried to get him caught up in the whole tax thing and said, oh, Jesus, you're not paying taxes. You supposed to pay taxes.
And he sent that disciple to that fish and got that money out that fish's mouth.
What did he say?
Render unto Caesar.
What is Caesar? And what unto God? What is his?
Yes.
Which means I understand that there are laws on earth. Yes. I understand that there are rules and things that we are supposed to do.
We need to abide by. And but even if the worst case, you let's just say, for sake of argument, everything that you're saying you really feel is true, you still spewing out hatred. That's a seed. You've planted it, Kanye.
Yes.
And bobblehead Candice has helped you plant it.
And that's
now
why
you're gonna reap that. And it's already coming back real quick. God usually sometimes it'd be a time frame.
No, it's
yours
quick.
Is coming back quick, my brother.
And it has nothing to do with them loving black people. Candice does not love black people, and Kanye does not love black people.
They don't love themselves.
But they put themselves first.
That's
because
sad.
if you think about somebody else, if the group that you say you actually thinking about, you wouldn't put us in harm's way.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't put us on the radar of somebody to think certain things about us negative. You would be going the exact opposite. Like I said, her biography would have been about how do we stop black crime in black neighborhoods?
Yes.
How do we promote education in our schools?
So things are not repeated. How do
we stop the dropout rate for black kids in school? That's her biography. Not George Floyd was fake and all this other stuff.
Read your comments.
It's ridiculous.
I saw it moving.
All right. So we got Wendy says, my people, shaking my head. Linda says, yes, macaroni and cheese.
You know what?
Wendy says he was being sarcastic, as a comedian. Yes, there's a line on seriousness in every joke.
Yeah.
And Wendy says, worship him in spirit and in truth.
Yes.
That's gold, Wendy. Now you didn't see. Now we need her to get Wendy on here.
Preaching girl.
You worship him in spirit stand in truth.
And the Holy Spirit's truth.
You're
not truth of what's going on in somebody else's
or a lie. Or a lie.
No, I'm just saying here's the thing that I'm trying to get out.
Okay.
Let's just say for sake of argument, some of the things he's saying is true.
Yes.
As far as the race of people he's talking about, or he's talking about some maybe leaders that he's come across. That's all true.
Yeah.
The motive.
Yes.
What's in the heart is coming out.
Yes.
It's not a pure motive.
It's not a motive.
It's not to build.
Yes.
It's not to speak life into something.
No.
You're being negative. You're being hurtful, and you are hurting a race of people
that
have hurt as well. But it could be truth that he thinks needs to be told to people.
Yes.
And sometimes God tells us to keep our mouth shut on things that's happening in our lives, because he says, vengeance is mine.
And I'll
be the one to repay if somebody hurts you, my brother.
And I always give people the sake of argument. Let's say for the sake of argument, you're right, Candice, going to this bobblehead right here. Let's say for the sake of argument that you're correct. That George Floyd killed himself by being drugged up or whatever. It wasn't the cop's knee on his neck that we all saw.
He had some health issues before.
Let's say you do an expose on that in your biography and you just so right. What I'm trying to understand, how does that progress us?
What's the purpose?
What's your purpose?
What's the motive, Candice?
What's your motive?
You trying to make people aware of what? See, I look at people's motives when they
Candice Owens threatens George Floyd's family. I think that I have grounds to sue you. She wants to think, I have grounds to sue you. She's threatening to sue the family of George Floyd as she aims to defend her friend or her boyfriend, allegedly, Kanye West. According to Medialite, Owens ranted on her recent podcast bashing Floyd's family, who plans to file a $250 million lawsuit against West after the rapper claimed that Floyd's death was caused by a drug overdose instead of police brutality. I'm also sick of frivolous lawsuits, If this is actually considered credible, if you can sue somebody because you're feeling emotionally distressed because of them going out and saying things, well, then I think that I have grounds to sue George Floyd's estate, Owen said on Wednesday. The conservative pundit described the complaint against West as nothing more than a PR stunt.
Remember when this may be a far off analogy, because sometimes my analogies don't be the same. Remember when we were talking about Martin Luther King and all that he has done? Who was it that came out and said, was it Abernathy? It was somebody.
They said he was cheating on his wife.
That's her. Is that information we really need to know?
That's Candice.
That you're trying to tear down Martin Luther King, saying that he cheated on his wife.
Perfect point. When I said, you can say something, and let's just give you the sake of argument that what you're saying is true. Just like you said, Abernathy. What was the motive of that?
Yeah, why Abernathy had to say that?
What does that have to do with anything that man was talking about when he said black people and white people coming together?
Yes.
And I've been to the mountaintop and I've seen the mountaintop.
Not the color of their skin.
Judge a person by their character and not the color of their skin.
He cheated on his wife.
He was cheating on Coretta.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that? Did you know that?
What was the reason for you to tell us that?
And I think what we need to start doing, I think what's happening here, and maybe I should take my blood pressure medicine.
Yes, you should.
I think what we need to start doing is stop letting these people get us so hyped up.
Okay.
I think what we need to just turn around and say, what's the purpose of that?
Yeah. What is the reason for you saying that information? You sharing this?
So, bobblehead.
Okay.
Candice, you just did a biography on George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. What's the end game on that? Maybe. Well, I want black people to understand that there was a screen smoke and this and that. Hold on. Did you obtain what you got? Or did you get the opposite, where black people can't stand your bobblehead? Did you obtain? What was the result of how you share? Like Abernathy.
Yes.
Martin Luther King cheated on his wife. I got you.
Yeah.
Now, What was your point of that?
Yeah.
I don't want people to think that he's so
all perfect.
He's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was a leader that just had
Okay.
no flaws.
All right, let's go with that.
Okay.
After that, what do you want to come? Now they see he's no good, dirty scoundrel.
Right.
What's after that?
Well, by them having that knowledge, that they can see that he was human.
Yeah.
And that he made mistakes.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, some of the stuff that he did, you may have to question it.
Oh, so when he talked about not judging a person on the character, by judging them by their character and not the color of their skin.
His character was flawed. It was messed up.
So you're saying that you agree with his statement, but you don't agree that he was the person that should have said it.
Ooh, maybe that's it.
Okay, so who is your alternative? Let's put
I think I should have been the one that said,
you.
I was the one that was really his right arm.
Oh, okay.
I was faithful to my wife.
Right. Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you tell Coretta he was cheating on her?
Well, because we didn't want to mess up the flow.
The good old boys club?
Well, we felt
so that means your character's not good either.
Oh, character flaws. Okay. There you
So
go.
Candice, George Floyd's family, horrible people.
Yes.
Oh, we can't stand them. We can't stand Black Lives Matter. Let's bring the organization down.
Yes.
Okay, now what?
Okay, Candice.
The organization's brought down.
What's the next step?
Everybody hates George Floyd's family.
Uh-huh.
What's next? What's your next big thing, Candice? What's your big magician trick that's coming up next?
Well,
What? Did you think that out? How bobblehead? That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
Don't tear something down if you don't have nothing better to put up in place of it.
And my thing
Where's your schools at?
And my thing is, why are you tearing it down? What's making you want to touch this story?
How about if you tear something down, have something to replace it?
Yeah.
You don't take something and not replace it with something. I think your school is the worst school in the world. I'm going to tear your school down.
Remember-
Okay. But then I have a school right down the street that I just built. I want all those kids to go to that school. It's so much better.
Maybe too with her, because I thought of Gail. When Gail was questioning Oprah's friend Gail, news media too, sometimes they want to get the news. And even though sometimes it may not necessarily be a real reason, they just want news. They want people to see their show, and they want dirt too. They want to grab it. They want people to show. When she asked, what's the basketball player lady about Kobe Bryant's death? Didn't she ask him about? Did she ask her about him having an affair?
Gail asked right after Kobe Bryant died. About his affair.
Yes,
and everybody got mad because what does that have to do with the man dying? And we talking about how great basketball player and mentor, and he was a wonderful guy who did this.
Yes.
Well, didn't he cheat on his wife?
And she didn't want to speak to that. She was like, I'm not here to speak to that. I'm here about, we had a relationship with our basketball and how we.
What's your motive? What's your motive? And Gail had to retract that. Because what's the motive behind the question? Even if what you're saying is true.
Yes.
What are you trying to get out of that question?
Thank you.
You want us to not have a what do you want, Gail? You want us to not have a funeral for Kobe Bryant?
Right,
is that what you want?
Right.
You want his wife not to show up?
You want us to be mad at him?
What are you trying to tell us?
Like we don't care he died and his daughter because he cheated on his wife.
Exactly. So that's my thing with Kanye.
Oh God.
Oh, the Jewish man did this. Oh, they own this. Oh, they do. Okay, now that you said all of that, what's the motive?
Okay.
What do you want us to do now?
Right. Like I said, his is a little crazy in there. Candice has got an agenda.
I'm talking about the black brothers that support him.
Well, I told you crazy.
Now what? Now what? Now everybody's listening to you. They agree with you.
Yeah.
Yes, they own everything. They want to. Like Michael Rapaport said, there's a conspiracy. Kanye broke the code.
You ain't going nowhere.
Kanye broke the code.
He ain't going nowhere.
But he being funny. He being funny.
I know.
You broke the code, Kanye. You're in there. You're in the dungeon. We wear these robes with hoods on our head.
We secretly did all this. And you found us out.
You found us out. Now what?
Now what?
You're the guy that breaks into the cave with and sees the dragon.
Trying to turn everybody against him.
No, he's the guy that breaks in the cave and he sees the dragon, and the dragon looks up and goes, "Now what?"
He's probably trying to. He's thinking.
So, am I supposed to just kill you right here?
I don't know.
Or you gonna run out the cave or what? You got an exit plan or
because
something that I don't know about?
Some people may be speaking that and they want a lot of people to follow them so they can build up everybody to feel that way as well.
So then if you want...
he's building an army of people that feels like he does.
So let's say you say the army.
That's all just boycott anything that's Jewish.
So which is dumb. So let's say the army. You're building an army, right? You don't build an army with a buckwheat hairstyle and being naked on the porch. Who follows a person that's naked on the porch and a buckwheat hairstyle? You're crazy. Nobody's going to follow you. You must be much more cunning than that. Same thing with Bottlehead Candice. No one's going to follow you, Bottlehead. Nobody.
Your sins will find you out.
All right, here we go. Let me see where I left off.
What's done in the dark will come to light.
Wendy says we have grounds too. He stressed me out, post-traumatic stress syndrome. That's true. We all should sue Kanye. It should be a class action lawsuit
where everybody in the world is.
Wendy says I heard Don the Con slept with Omarosa. Allegedly, he probably did. I wouldn't be surprised if Comb
this was
Over
after her fiance died, right?
Because she was beholden to him a whole lot. Wendy says, good morning, Donda. Good morning, Donda. Good morning, Donda. Good morning, Donda. Crazy. He had his kids singing in the school. Good morning, Donda. Good morning, Donda.
Oh, really?
And then Wendy says, can't stand Gail. So my thing is, I feel like, and they said he wants to create a city.
A city?
Kanye wants to build a city.
He must think he's a little G God.
No, he's the guy that went to Guyana. Jim Jones. I wouldn't live in that city. Are you crazy?
In Guyana? What, his city?
Jim Jones. Remember Jim Jones built he wanted that whole city.
Oh, yeah.
And Kanye wants a city.
He brought those people over.
And he brought those people
had
over.
people commit suicide.
I think that's something that would happen with Kanye. I think they would all go there.
They'll probably commit a spiritual suicide.
They weird.
Yeah.
And anybody who goes there, I'm sorry, you weird.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's it. And then last but not least, the donkey of the day. You always want the donkey of the day.
Donkey.
Trial starts for man charged with deadly Wisconsin Christmas parade attack. Do you remember that guy near here that ran over those people? Daryl Hill Brooks, 40, pleaded not guilty to 77 charges. You remember that, Mom?
He's what you call himself.
He wants to, he wants to represent himself.
That's
and today he was arguing with the judge.
Wasn't he crying?
The judge told him, she said, we're going to bring in the jurors. And when we bring them in, I don't want you to say anything.
My eyes, you guys.
Oh, I don't want you to say anything. He said, you don't tell me what to do.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Nobody tells me what to do.
That's Kanye. He crazy.
He said, you don't tell me what to do.
He crazy.
Are you asking me to be quiet? Are you telling me to be quiet? Very nice judge. She said, I'm asking you, Mr. Brooks. Yes. Because don't nobody tell me what to do. Charlemagne the God put him on donkey of the day.
Can the judge? I wish the judge had replied like how we should.
No, she wants to get this over with, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, he took his shirt off. Don't nobody tell me what to do. So Kanye put him as donkey of the day because Kanye said, not only is the judge going to tell you what to do for the rest of your life, every police officer going to tell you what to do. Every prison guard gonna tell you what to do for the rest of his life. The warden is gonna tell you what to do. Even the prisoners are gonna tell you what to do. You going to the wrong place for somebody who says, "Don't tell me what to do."
But here's the thing, my concern, and you guys can, if you have answers. I know people have the opportunity to represent themselves in court of law. And if they've done something, they may feel like they're not guilty or whatever. But when you sense a mental disorder,
they still can represent themselves.
They can still represent themselves.
You have the right.
Because
if a doctor says that he's not crazy, see, you got to think crazy.
Did somebody sit with him first and say, let's see if he's competent to do that?
I'm sure they did. You have to be competent to stand trial.
Because that reaction right there is something not right with him.
He has anger problems. But you got to remember, we have that could be a show that we can talk about too. Wow. It's mental.
Yes.
Our country we don't know how to handle mental disorders or people who have mental issues, because there's a lot of laws that's set up that even if you have a mental issue, as long as you are
not
able,
hurting anybody,
as long as you're able to understand the word that I'm saying to you, you are able to go out on the street. You are able, if you want to live under a bridge or you want to walk around with a diaper on, they don't care. As long as you're not hurting anybody and you understand what I'm saying, they ain't gonna lock you up.
We were in Chicago on I think it was 95th. And this black man was running down the street naked.
Oh yeah. This one lady, remember the model, or was it the model that got hit in the face y'all saw recently by the crazy man? He was hurting people all the time and they would let him out. They couldn't lock him. They didn't have anything to hold him.
But I don't want to be the one that he kills and shoots before they say, oh, it's time to lock him up.
It's time to lock him up.
He just shot 5 families and hit 10 kids.
You have to wait.
Oh, let's put him in jail now.
Exactly.
I don't want to be that one that he acts cuckoo.
Exactly.
And with a gun or a knife or a bat or something.
We don't know how to deal with mental illness. That's what I was thinking of. We don't know in this country how to deal with mental illness, how to get help for people with mental illness, and how to follow up and make sure that the things that they need to have to be able to live a normal life, we don't know how to do that in this country. Until you kill somebody, like you said.
And y'all may believe or not believe my story. I remember with one of the churches we used to go to, one of the ladies that would come there, she was a woman of God. She was part of the politics in the meetings and stuff, so she had favor because she was a school teacher for years. Her gift was, she had a gift of prophecy and a gift of knowledge. So God would show her things and things to even be careful of. There was places that God says, not now, you can't go. That's how tight her, her being on top of it with her the anointing that she had. I remember she said she was in a line and this one guy was standing near her in the line talking really stupid, like crazy talk. She began to pray in the spirit against whatever demonic was happening to him, whether it was mental or not. She knew that there was demonic forces that was also influencing him as well. And he calmed down. So a lot of
some of it is mental and some of it is
and
spiritual.
in her case, she knew to pray. Right. Because I don't know where he would have gone to.
But remember, you read he came to set the captives free. It doesn't matter whether it's spirit.
That was different.
I'm saying
that wasn't demonic. Those were body people coming out of their spirit.
Regardless, it doesn't matter whether it doesn't matter whether the person is mental or versus spirit,
demonically going on.
Greater is He that is in me than his, where every knee shall bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord. I don't have time to try to figure out if this is a spirit thing with you or if you. All I know is you're not touching me because the blood of Jesus, and that's everything. It's every knee, spirit, earthly, animal. If you're a dog coming after me, I'm pleading the blood of Jesus. I don't care. Angels protect me. Cover me with the blood of Jesus. I don't care if it's a human spirit, an animal spirit, a priest spirit, a demon spirit, your mama's spirit, a ghost. I don't care what it is. You know what? Every knee is going to bow when I say the blood of Jesus.
I got to say this. Yesterday, it was so funny that you're talking about spirits. Yesterday, they were talking about, did you watch the show yesterday when they talked about that sexual spirit? They call it Ichabus or something. In the woman's house.
Yeah.
And if you look it up.
And Joy made a joke and said she had sex with ghosts.
Yeah, it was a spirit that sexually entices you.
I don't care what it is.
And Drew was like, they just crazy.
I don't care. I don't care.
I remember
people be spending too much time with that.
Trying to figure it out.
Is that a demon or is that a real person?
They trying to
talk is that
to
a ghost? I don't care.
Come out. What spirit are you?
I don't care.
What's your name?
I don't care. I don't care.
But the point I was making.
If you here to hurt me or cause me any damage, the blood of Jesus is against you. Every knee shall bow. Every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
Now you can go work that out amongst yourselves or whatever spirit you are.
Right. But
I don't have time
for that.
But
I was saying that all to say the gentleman, of course, you're saying they felt like he was competent. He was okay
Yes.
to be on this trial.
Yes.
So hopefully and prayerfully, he doesn't hurt anybody
Well,
while he's speaking on behalf of himself.
thank you.
But that
It
that
says-
judge acted right, though.
Wendy says, in my neck of the woods, they can 302 you, which means you're a danger to yourself and others. Yeah.
Oh,
If they can find cause to show, then they can put
so
you
he
in
hasn't
home.
found it. They haven't found any cause with him.
It's a lot of crazy people walking around.
Talking to themselves.
Wendy
and
says, if
everything.
God before me, who can be against me? Tell me their name. That's right. If God is for me, who can? I don't care what you want to call
one
it.
of us can put 1,000 to flight. 2 of us can send legions fleeing.
Right.
Thank you, Lord, for the blood.
Right.
Woo!
But people be cracking me up with that. Like, I don't know what, if a dog was coming after you, you
still
gonna
pray.
be asking God to help you.
Yes.
You gonna be like, the blood of Jesus, Lord help me, Jesus, Lord help.
And you ran from a dog, and you
Thank
was hoping
you.
that he wouldn't bite you, but his tail was
Yeah,
wagging.
I run from any dog. It could be a happy dog. I'm running from
He
it.
was a happy dog. He wanted to play.
And that's the other thing too. We be pleading the blood of Jesus, and we don't even need
It's
to.
not even-
and God be like,
the dog just wants to play with you. He just want to not bite
I don't care. The blood of Jesus. Get away from me, dog. The dog is like, all right,
I just
whatever.
wanna play.
Just relax. You don't have to bleed the blood of Jesus and all of that.
It's not that serious.
Just relax.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, 2 can put 10,000 to flight.
There we
That's
go.
right, Wendy.
There we go.
All right, y'all. So we good. I may not see y'all. Remember, the comments don't come up to about another 5 minutes or whatever. But don't forget
I
to.
hate that delay.
I know. Don't
Okay.
forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Mhm.
Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later.